Good evening. Let's try that one more time. Good evening. How's everybody doing? You better tell the undertaker you're doing good. Good evening. I'm Christopher Harrison with Heritage Funeral Directors as well as 4 Points Cremation Services. Along with my wife, Christy, we spent the last 30 years plus serving our community here in Oklahoma City. And during those 30 years, we have learned that there are some serious emotional challenges that our families are facing from week to week and day to day. The family dynamic, the decision overload, the pressure to honor, the pressure to want to do the right thing. And then finally, grief and stress. Well, during this time, when we learned about how to deal with these challenges, we saw some trends that were beginning to happen. The ever-increasing rise in the cost of a traditional funeral service for these years has continued to go up and up and up, anywhere from $9,000 to $12,000 to $1,000 to $4,000 for just a traditional service. Then we saw another trend, the increase in the cremation services as a final way to give a tribute to your loved one. That brought about something as well, and that was the growth of people wanting non-traditional ways to celebrate their loved one. We actually didn't see a problem. We saw an opportunity. Tailor cremation services so that we can provide what we need to in our community. Full service with cremation. That's what you would normally have, what you see typically at a funeral service, but when it's completed, then we provide a dignified cremation. Then we move to the cremation with memorial service. What do we see there? That's the non-traditional way. So we look at a memorial service. I've been everywhere from Lake Hefner to a favorite ballpark to even a day when we had an ice cream social, because that's what the loved one appreciated. And then finally, the simplest way is a direct cremation. Quiet, clean, and a way for people to move on and begin to celebrate their loved ones. So, how do we do that? We want to make sure we can do it from an affordable standpoint. So we do that by allowing pre-planning for our customers. We allow payment plans as well as an online payment. We do certain things in personalized memorials such as urns and keepsakes, tribute videos, and memorial celebrations. So we get this all done now with technology. Christy and I have partnered with Parting Pro. It's the leader in the funeral service industry that allows everyone here to be able to use their handheld device to get across what you're trying to do without the stress and pressures of always coming into your local funeral home. So what's the market look like? We're looking at about $70 million is where we are in the state of Oklahoma. About $16 million is about where we land here locally. In our first year, we look to capture about $900,000 to $1 million in the market. Who's going to be doing this? Well, you've seen me. You've heard me talk about my beautiful wife, Christy. But along with that is our lovely daughter, Jakia, and the newest addition to our family business, Christopher Harrison Jr., as we like to call him, Deuce. So we want to expand our reach with community partnerships, outreach programs, workshops, and then finally, we look forward to sharing our resources with those in the community that need them. So, how are we going to get this accomplished? We have a $250,000 ask, which would give us marketing expansion, technology upgrades, service expansions, and one that's not there now is actually a purchase of a crematory, which would make us the first African-American owned crematory ever in the state of Oklahoma. So before I leave you, first of all, on behalf of Heritage Funeral Directors, 4 Points Cremations, we want to thank OMFA for allowing us this opportunity to learn how to grow and bless our community. And lastly, we want to thank you all for being here to listen. Tell someone, let them know there are plenty of options here in Oklahoma City. I thank you.